Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to the 2023 Bear Elementary D.A.R.E graduation. I'd like to start off by thanking the City of Miamisburg, the Miamisburg City Schools, and the Miamisburg Police Department for making this day possible with all their support. I'd also like to thank all the parents and family members who were able to join us today. This was a great group of kids. I enjoyed working with them, and you should be very proud of them. I'd like to also thank the fourth graders for coming today. I look forward to seeing you next year in D.A.R.E class. Some of the things we talked about were the dangers of alcohol and tobacco. We talked about making good decisions and resisting peer pressure. We talked about being safe with over-the-counter and prescription drugs. And we talked about bullying, being a good citizen. The goal for our program is for you guys to use the information you learn, and as you get older, get to middle school and high school and you face some tough situations. We do have some guests that have joined us today to congratulate you on your accomplishment. We have from the City of Miamisburg, we have your Mayor, Michelle Collins. We have Vice Mayor, Jeff Nestor. We have Council Member John Stalder. From the Miamisburg City Schools, we have your Superintendent, Dr. Laura Blessing. From the Miamisburg Police Department, we have Sergeant John Thompson. And from the Miamisburg Municipal Court, we have the Chief Bailiff, Keith Leach. A few of our guests would like to say a few words, and we'll begin with Mayor Collins.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? Good. Thanks for letting me come and see you this morning. The Vice Mayor and I, Jeff Nestor, and Councilman John Starter, come to tell you how proud we are of you that you got to go through this program and that you all made it through it. And you're very lucky. We're very lucky that we can offer this program to all of you. I know that Officer Cheryl is very proud of you, your family, your friends, and that's what we're here to tell you, because when you grow up and go out into the world, you're going to remember these things that you've learned in this class. And when you go out into the world, you're going to do wonderful things, but you're also going to represent your hometown of Miamisburg, and we're proud that you've learned lessons that are going to make you thrive in the future. And if you don't leave Miamisburg, then you get to stay here like all of we did, right? We never left. And make our city even more great than it is right now. So you've worked hard and you've achieved a lot, and you deserve the recognition that you're getting today. And that's what I'm here to tell you. There's 7 council members, but your Councilman John Stalder is actually the council member for the area that Bear School is in. So he advocates for your parents, and if they need anything, that's who they call. Right? And he solves all of the problems. Right, Councilman Stalder? No, in all sincerity, thank you for doing what you did through the D.A.R.E program. We appreciate it, and we can't wait to see what you become in the future, because you are the future of Miamisburg, and we're happy for that. So thank you for letting me come this morning.
Thank you. Next, we have Dr. Blessing.
Good morning. Are you ready for summer?
Yes.
How many more days until summer? 8. Oh.
6.
I guess we're not counting. Is that it? Well, just as Mayor Collins spoke, we are very proud of you here at Miamisburg City Schools. And in just 7 short years, instead of D.A.R.E graduation, it'll be your high school graduation. So that's exciting. That'll be coming up on Saturday for our current grad. So as you move into the middle school and high school, I'm sure Officer Sherritt has shared with you all of those decision-making processes. But remember, all of the people that support you in Miamisburg City Schools, all the way up to me. You have my email address. You'll have a new principal next year at the middle school. You'll have new teachers. Always reach out to your teachers, your coaches, your administrators if you ever need help or have a question, because we are all here to support you to make sure that you have the best success. And you all inspire us to do better every day. So thank you for completing the D.A.R.E program, and have a wonderful summer.
And Chief David Leach.
Thank you, sir. Hi, on behalf of Judge Elise Reddick of the Miamisburg Municipal Court, congratulations. Good job. She would be very proud of you. She told me to extend her congratulations to you. As her father before her, Judge Robert Reddick, they're very supportive of the D.A.R.E program, the school district, and the city. So good luck. Congratulations. And I'll tell you, I've got just something to say personally. I've got family in law enforcement. I've got a son, a daughter-in-law, I've got a son-in-law. They're all sheriff's deputies. And guess what? I've got a daughter that's a school teacher. And some of you, I want you to consider this as you go through school. And when you graduate high school, think of this. 2 of the coolest jobs ever is to be a police officer and a school teacher. Because you know what? They get you ready for life, and they're there to protect you. And not only do you do it for a living, but you do it and you can contribute back to the community. Again, congratulations and good luck.
Sir. One of the last things the students do in the D.A.R.E program is they present a D.A.R.E report to their classmates. Not only do they write it, but they read it out loud. And we've selected a few to share theirs today, and we'll begin with Shelby Martin.
Have you ever heard of D.A.R.E? D.A.R.E is a program 5th graders take in school. D.A.R.E teaches kids not to do drugs or alcohol. Officer Shaywitz visits Bear Elementary to teach D.A.R.E. In this article, I will talk about tobacco and alcohol. First, I will talk about alcohol. Alcohol is illegal for anyone under 21. Alcohol weakens the heart muscle by slowing the blood flow. There are 75,000 deaths in the USA from alcohol. Mixing alcohol is deadly. Alcohol can go into the blood and in the heart or other organs and lead to a coma and death. Those are some reasons alcohol is bad for the human body. In this paragraph, I will talk about tobacco. Tobacco is illegal for anyone under 21. There are more than 200 harmful chemicals in cigarettes. More than 400,000 Americans die from tobacco causes every year. Nicotine is in cigarettes, which slows the blood flowing to the brain. Smoking causes heart disease. Therefore, tobacco is bad for the human body. I've used D.A.R.E decision-making model by responding to stress. I have used D.A.R.E to respond to stress when I was offered. If I wanted to hang out, I get stressed out about saying no. So I use the D.A.R.E decision-making model to say no. Those are some facts about D.A.R.E. In paragraphs 2 and 3, I talked about alcohol and tobacco. I will use D.A.R.E to make smart and responsible choices. I, Shelby Martin, promise to never do drugs or alcohol in my life.
Good job. Next, we have Autumn Sands.
Did you know that if you smoke, you can get lung cancer? So why would you smoke? That's why I learned the D.A.R.E decision-making model. D.A.R.E stands for D-Define, A Assess, R Respond, E Evaluate. My D.A.R.E officer is Doug Sherritt. 5th graders take D.A.R.E so they don't make bad choices when they're older. 2 things I learned from D.A.R.E is making good choices in tobacco. I will be sharing why making bad choices in tobacco is bad. Did you know tobacco causes bad breath and yellow teeth? There are many bad things about tobacco. For example, it is illegal to sell tobacco to anyone under the age of 21. More than 400,000 Americans die from tobacco-related causes each year. Almost 50,000 deaths can be attributed to secondhand smoke. That's the reason why you shouldn't smoke. If you make good choices, you can stay out of trouble and not get peer pressure. If someone asks you how to drink alcohol or smoke a cigarette, say no or walk away. Don't let them pressure you. You can also report bullying and use the 5 W's, which are who, what, when, where, why. I've used the D.A.R.E decision-making model in the past. Someone asked me if I wanted to vape. I said no. I think it's bad for you because you can get lung cancer. I like to stay healthy and not do drugs. I think you should always use the D.A.R.E decision-making model. I, Autumn Sands, pledge to never do drugs.
Good job. Next, we have Ben Corley.
Did you know smoking can cause lung disease? I'm writing this essay to prove that I'll never ever do drugs, or smoke, or drink alcohol. If you're wondering what the D.A.R.E decision-making model is, it stands for D define, A assess, R respond, and E evaluate. My D.A.R.E teacher, Officer Doug Sheretz, is teaching us 5th graders the D.A.R.E decision-making model and how to use it. I will never use tobacco or drink alcohol. Have you ever been in a risky situation? When you're in one of those situations, you would usually step away from it. I'm going to tell you about risky situations. Say someone asks if you want to vape. You would walk away, say no, or tell an adult. Another example is that maybe you see someone young outside smoking or vaping in your area. You should go back inside, call the police, or go somewhere else. Other situations like riding a bike without a helmet, betting money, or committing a crime are some more bad ideas. In conclusion, don't do anything to get in a risky situation. Have you ever talked or yelled in a loud voice? 3 ways of communicating are unsure, demanding, and confident. Being unsure in a conversation is like not knowing what to say and acting nervous and out of control. Demanding is acting rude while standing up for yourself. Demanding is like bad sportsmanship. It's like playing dirty. Confidence is easier because all you have to do is politely say stop, walk away, or wait it off. Therefore, communication styles are very important in a conversation. I have used the D.A.R.E decision-making model in the past. When I was 9 through 10, I was being repeatedly bullied online because I was new to a game. I stood up to it by telling an adult, and they just told me to stop playing it, so I did. You should respond to pressure in a confident way. Therefore, I use my D.A.R.E decision-making model to make a good choice. In conclusion, when you're in a risky situation, use D.A.R.E Smoking and alcohol lead to lung cancer, and communication styles keep you safe. I plan to never use drugs, drink alcohol, ever. I pledge to never do anything or do anything terrible. I pledge to look after myself.
Good job. Good job, Claire. Next, we have Eli England.
Do you know what D.A.R.E means? I'm going to explain everything you need to know about the D.A.R.E decision-making model. D.A.R.E stands for Define, Assess, Respond, and Evaluate. Our D.A.R.E officer was Officer Doug Sheretz, and he taught us how to resist drugs, tobacco, and alcohol. 5th graders take D.A.R.E because they're finally old enough to learn about tobacco, drugs, and alcohol. So I'm going to tell you about tobacco and signs of stress and how to respond. First, I'm going to talk about tobacco use. Tobacco contains 200 known harmful chemicals. It is also illegal to sell tobacco to anyone under the age of 21. More than 400,000 Americans die from tobacco-related causes each year. Therefore, you should never use tobacco. Now I'm going to tell you about signs of stress and how to respond. Some signs of stress are that if you're shaky, it probably means you're stressed. Some actions you might have are signs of anger, or maybe you're sweaty. Some ways to relieve stress are to take deep breaths or listen to music. For all these reasons, always try to relieve your stress. Next, I'm going to tell you about a time where I was stressed and how to use the D.A.R.E decision-making model. One time I was going to be late for school and I was stressed. So I defined the problem. I might be making my mom a little bit stressed too. Next, I assessed the problem and realized I can calm down. Then I responded with my actions and calmed down. And last, I evaluated my choice and realized I made the right choice. That is the time I used the D.A.R.E decision-making model. Lastly, I'm going to summarize all the points I made. First, I'm going to summarize tobacco use. You shouldn't do tobacco because it uses 200 known harmful chemicals. It is also illegal to sell to anyone under the age of 21. Next, I'm going to summarize signs of stress and how to respond. You feel unbalanced and shaky when you're stressed. Some ways to relieve stress are to breathe or listen to music. I'm going to use the D.A.R.E decision-making model to make safe and responsible choices. So I, Elijah England, pledge to never do drugs.
all the students did a great job, and those are just 4 examples of that. The last group of people I'd like to thank that make my job very easy, and that's the staff here at Bear Elementary, and that begins with your principal, Mrs. Rubert. And your teacher, Mrs. Lucas. It's now time for you guys to receive your certificates, so, okay.
I would also like to thank Officer Doug Sheritz. He did a lot of work coming here. We did this for a lot longer this time because we ended up meeting every other week, and he was always here, and the kids always had great questions, and they were always excited to see him. They were always upset when it was a Tuesday that he wasn't coming. So we appreciate all that you do for us as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, so I'm going to call the students up each at a time to give them their certificates, and then they'll walk through the line. Okay, Nolan Ballard. Bentley Bell. Riley Chisholm. Ben Corley. Lila Croy. Eli England. Lucy Garetta. Alea Hamilton. Colton Hammond. Carter Hurt. Eric Juarez Ruiz. Xavier Lehman. Shelby Martin. Tyler May. Jaden Miller. Gabe Murphy. Autumn Sands. Oliver Schaefer. Oscar Schaefer. Emerson Cyril. Oh, he's got her. Gavin Sewell. Jilly Spencer. Wyatt Stamper. Rhea Tate. And Jade Yarchuk.
Oh my. I know. They're practicing the whole way. All right, the last thing we'll do as part of the D.A.R.E graduation is I'll show you a short little video of D.A.R.E classes. right, once again, congratulations. Have a safe and fun summer, and I'll see you guys next year. Thanks again for everyone coming this morning. Thank you.